What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another motovlog episode. Man, it has been a while since I have really gone out and ridden my bike. Down here in Arizona, it's just been really too hot to ride, in my opinion. But now that, you know, weather is starting to cool back down, I mean, it's still above 100 degrees, but like out here, there's just no shade really anywhere, and so it's just kind of direct sunlight all the time, so it's just not the funnest. So I've been wanting to ride my bike, but you know, it's too hot. Like I've ridden my bike like a couple times, you know, recently, but it's just way too hot. But anyways, so now that weather's starting to cool back down, I'm gonna start doing motovlog videos again, and so I kind of have some new updates. So soon I will be probably trading my bike in for a Kawasaki Z900. That was originally the bike that I wanted to begin with, but because this was going to be my first street bike, you know, I did a lot of kind of like research and just, you know, a lot of reviews and whatnot, and just that, you know, the MT-07 was like overall a good bike, you know, for the price, the power, and whatever, you know, it was just a decent bike. And I haven't had any issues with this bike at all. And, you know, I like this bike, but for me, like whenever I see myself on this bike, I just feel like I'm just way like bigger than the bike itself. And so, plus, you know, the fact that like I've had this bike for over 5 years, or about almost 5 years now, and so I'm at the point to where like I need a little bit more. And so now that I've had this one for a while, I want to upgrade to the 900. The Z900, and so I'm looking forward to it. I definitely want to get like the red one. It just doesn't seem like they really have any good color schemes. Like even before I got this bike, when I was looking at bikes in 2019, I wanted the red, gray, or the red, silver, and black one of the Z900, but then I ended up going with this bike. And so now that Kawasaki has come out with like more color options, they do have a newer red version that I think that, you know, looks better. So I am gonna go with that one. So I was debating on if I wanted to go up to Phoenix to get the bike, or over to Vegas. So, but when I've looked up prices, it seems as if it's more expensive in Vegas than it is in Phoenix. So it's like, do I either ride an hour and a half to Vegas and pay more for the bike, or do I ride longer over to Phoenix and pay less for the bike? So it's really whatever option. And I was considering going over to Phoenix just so I can get it cheaper, but then, you know, I was gonna wait until the weather kind of cooled down, because I didn't really want to ride over there in 115 degree weather for 3 hours. So then I was gonna say, oh well, I might as well just go over to Vegas, but then, you know, I didn't want to have to put down like a $500 deposit just for them to get the red one in and all that stuff. So, but Vegas does have the red one, but it's still, you know, a little over $9 grand for it. And over in Phoenix, it's like under $8 grand, which is weird. Even though like Phoenix area has a higher sales tax than Vegas, which is weird, so I don't really know how that works out. But yeah, I'm gonna be upgrading at some point. I was considering doing it like, you know, an upcoming weekend on one of my days off and trading this bike in. So we'll see what happens. But the other news is that I am officially going to be leaving Bullhead City. It's just this area, there's nothing wrong with the area, it's just the fact that there's really no, this area just does not have a good like job market. And even though I've had a decent paying job, but as far as like the area, there's very limited on like jobs that actually like pay decent out here. Like out here, the two big kind of, or I guess I could say three companies, not companies, but job wise would either be construction, air conditioning, or any kind of like boats or jet skis kind of server, like companies out here. They make like the biggest money. But with construction, you know, I don't really want to work construction just because I don't want to be outside in here in the weather, in 115 degree weather for fucking 8 hours of the day. Like, I don't want to be doing that. And then air conditioning, they want you to have at least like a year's of experience, which I'm like, how am I going to get that without going to school for it or whatever? So that's out of the option. And then I'm not going to be working no like jet ski, boat service, kind of whatever thing. But anyways, so I decided I'm going to be moving over to the Phoenix area, where there's just tons more job areas, tons more jobs, opportunities out there that pay more, and it's just like just a way bigger city than this. Like, I didn't realize how big it was until I looked up the population, and for Bullhead City here, I think it's just under 60,000 population. And then over in Phoenix area, it's literally like 1.2 million. So, and there's just tons more area. I didn't realize that like how big it was as far as like area wise, because when I looked at the maps and you can see like, you know, certain parts of the different towns, right, and how far they are from each other. I didn't think that it was like really that big. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that and just having a whole bunch of new areas to ride in. And over here, there's just not like, there's areas to ride, but it's mainly on like the main road. So, and a lot of the areas too have a bunch of dirt roads. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't do that because I don't have dirt tires. I'm on a street bike. So I'm looking forward to actually having more areas to ride in on like actual roads and being back in like a bigger town. And just having the convenience of everything back. Like, for example, I didn't realize that being down here, that how much I would miss Olive Garden. Like, there's no Olive Garden down here. There's no Red Robin. There's just certain things down here that haven't been built yet that I'm realizing that I miss having like in a bigger city. So I guarantee you that when I get over to Phoenix that I'm going to be going to Olive Garden again more frequently. It's like one of my favorite places to eat. And not to mention, like, there's not really a bunch of areas out here to drink, like to actually make like good mixed drinks besides like bars, and I don't go to the bar scene. So that's something else too. I mean, this area is nice. I have no issues with this area. It's just that the job market kind of sucks. The pay is really low. Like most jobs, starting pay is either anywhere from 14 to 17 an hour, and I'm used to making well over 20 up in Washington. So I'm looking forward to actually having a higher paying job again. And not to mention, I can get back in with the union over there, because down here there's no union jobs, and over in Phoenix they have them. A lot of stuff has been going on. And kind of another reason why I haven't been riding my bike is that there's just been a lot of stuff going on in my life that's just kind of been more important than making videos. I mean, I've been wanting to put out videos, there's other stuff is more important. But now that I'm in kind of a better spot of my life, you know, I'm looking forward to the future and what it holds out, what the future holds for me. Things have been pretty great so far. So we'll see what happens. definitely looking forward to getting a new bike, which I'm super excited for. I can't really hold out much longer on waiting for the bike, because I was debating, like I said, I was gonna ride over to either Vegas or Phoenix to get the bike. And either, like I said, it's either gonna come down to either I'm gonna ride a far distance to get it and have to put down a deposit, or ride a shorter distance but pay more in money. I don't know how they do the price difference and sales tax and whatever, how it's different. But, or I was gonna wait until I get over to Phoenix, because over here, there's not really, I mean, there are areas I can buy a bike, but then they would have to order it, and then I'd have to pay delivery costs and everything. So then I'd have to wait a week or two for it to come in and whatever. So I don't want to have to do that. I want to just be able to go to the dealership and just fucking ride home with it that day. So, or the other option is, when I get down to Phoenix, it's just wait for the 2025 model to come out, which I'm hoping that in that case, that the 25 model will have some better upgrades than what the 24 has. I'm hoping that, because there are some differences between even the special edition model and just the regular 900, that I'm hoping that those options become just a standard on the 900 instead of it being a special edition. But then obviously that would kind of defeat the purpose of it being a special edition. But they also don't come with any other colors besides black and green on the special edition, which I don't want green. I don't want green and black. So if they came in red, maybe I would spend the extra money on getting the special edition one. But red is not an option for the special edition. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm trying to decide if I want to wait for the 25 or just go get the 24, or just wait until the 20. We just wait until 25 and get a 24, because that way it'll be cheaper. So we'll see what happens.